So here's my challenge, practically speaking. There are 4 levels in which we all can live. Okay? 1, you can choose to live above your means. These are the people who buy things they don't need with money they don't have to impress people they don't know. We end up with big possessions, but even bigger debt. They have lots of gadgets, no generosity. Because why? We are living above our means. Here's the second level you can live. Live with your means. Okay, that means what? Whatever we earn at the end of the month, we spend all. Just make it. We spend all we have at the end of the month. We wait eagerly for the next paycheck to arrive. Philosophy of life here is eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we die. But very stressful. Live with your means only. Here's number 3. You can also live within your means. And these are the people who live with some degree of wisdom. They still make sure that there's something left aside for a rainy day. Most of us live here. We give thought to things like investments and insurance. We live within our means. But here's my challenge to all of us now. Let's go beyond that. Let's live below our means. Are you with me? We challenge ourselves to live below our means. The man who is skilled in the spiritual discipline of simplicity comes to this point where even though I can well afford something, I choose to do without so that there may be more to share with others. Is that okay? This is the level that we can choose to live. I live below my means. I can afford a 7 series, but I don't buy a 7 series, I buy a 5 series. Why? Because so that I can have more to invest into other things and invest into the kingdom. Is that okay? I can afford to upgrade my computer today, but maybe I choose not to. Why? So that I can have something to give to the poor and needy. You are learning to live below your means. You learn to say at some point, enough is enough. You are not driven to have to upgrade, each time a new model comes, Some people are like that, cannot control. New model must buy. New thing you must get. We don't feel compelled, to own the latest design or the newest gadget. Not because they cannot afford it, you understand? But because they don't need it. They have found a place of contentment in God. Wouldn't that be great? I learned to live below my means. Now, if you are working out a biblical financial plan, here are a few elements you should see inside. I'll just suggest those things to you so that if you want to plan something for yourself, learn how to live strategically as believers, here are some things you can look at. 1, make sure that in your financial plan, there are tithes and offerings. Go inside, okay? 2, that your taxes go inside. Very smart, be smart, okay? Don't wait until year end, then kalang kabut cannot pay. Taxes, put it inside. Your fixed giving. That which you give to your family, that which you give to your household, make sure it gets inside. Personal expenses, that which you use to upkeep yourself, let the money go inside there. Okay? Next, insurance, protection, your investments and savings, let it go inside. Okay, make sure it ends up there. And then, beyond that, if you can, put aside some money for the poor. It's a biblical financial plan because God always wants us to remember the poor. Okay, good to have something there. Next, I think it's good to have a generosity fund. Come up with a generosity fund if you can afford it. Generosity fund means money that I put aside every month so that I can buy my friend a meal. I can afford to be generous with people. I can buy a friend a gift. I can have something to show and demonstrate generosity in my life. It's a good thing to have. Are you with me here? Yeah? Generosity fund. If you can, one last thing you can put inside. Put aside a little bit of money to create memory bank. I call it memory bank. What it means is this. There are things that I can do with my children, with my family, that will create memories for them. Those who can afford it, they say, go Australia for a holiday. That creates what? Memories. If I cannot afford that, there's no shame to it. It's okay. I go Malaysia. But I do that, why? I create memories for my family. I create memories that my children will remember for a long, long time. You understand what I'm saying? We live for the future as well. I invest in my children so that they will remember we have good times as a family. Take them out for a meal. Create a family memory bank. Things like this. So some things that you may want to consider as you think about your biblical financial plan.